So now we have prepared that texture as a pattern. We are going to use it in this upper body template. I opened it in Photoshop, my vintage lace gown upper body template, and the first thing I will do is remove the layers that we are not going to use anymore. So let's have a look which ones I can remove. The lace, the white lace, this white lace, the white border with the emboss, those can all be removed. Am I sure I want to delete the layers? Yes. So now it's all of a sudden a lot less. We have left the folded centerpiece, the white base, the wrinkles, the breast shade and the shades, plus of course my guidance layers. Good. The first thing I will do now on this white base layer is making the sleeves a little bit longer. I will use the polygonal lasso tool and scroll in a little bit so we can have a closer look. I don't want to make it very much longer. It is going to be only one line lower. So what I will do is use it like this, get a little bit on the outside, go here between pink and purple, click, between orange and yellow, click, go back up here, and then I can fill it with any color. Well, I will use white to make it a little bit in shape. It doesn't matter actually what color I use. This one I have, and now I will do the same with the underarm. I click here, get outside a bit, here between yellow and orange, between pink and purple, go up and close it, and now fill it with the bucket tool. There we go. So now the arm is long enough. I will later, in a later stage, check if those seams are indeed exactly matching. Now I will go on. I want to use the pattern, and I want to make sure that the pattern matches the upper and the lower part, and that the pattern is nicely lined out here on the upper arm. So what I will do is I will duplicate this layer 2 times with Ctrl J. I make 2 copies of it, and then I will call this one base front, and this one I will call base back, and this one I will call base arms. Let me make these 2 invisible, so I can make the front base and make sure that only the front is visible on this one. So I will make a square with the marquee tool and remove it. Let me take away the shade so it is absolutely clear that everything is out. See, this I can do, and now I will do the same. Oh, and the arms have to go, of course. That can be done best with this lasso tool, because I have to be careful not to remove parts of the front. There, delete. The arms have to go from the back as well, so while keeping this selection I can select the back and remove it. On the base back I have also to remove the front here and delete that. So that is the base back, and on the arms base I will keep everything but the front and the back. So again I will use the lasso tool to get in between this narrow space, and then I click the backspace button. Right, now we have left only the arms, the back base and the front base. And now I want to fill these bases with the pattern that we had used. In order to do that, I will take away the UV lines so it is a bit clear, so we can see better what we do. I will fill this with the pattern using the layer style window. By double clicking the layer that I have selected, I can click for the pattern overlay, and in the pattern overlay I will choose the pattern that we had prepared. And now while this layer style window is still open, I can move around, see, I can move around the texture so that this one is really neatly centered. And I click OK. I will do the same with the back, but in order to see where exactly is that center, I will get a little bit closer and drag a guidance line right over the center of the UV line. And there I can take the UV line away and double click the big back base, choose pattern overlay, choose the pattern, move this one a little bit aside, and now you can see that I can line up this one exactly in the middle. And also make sure that I have it here more or less in the center of this pattern. There we go. And I click OK. And in the end I will do the same with the arms layer. And now it is good to know where is exactly the middle part of the arms, and then I have to check here on the collar layer. If I take away, I can take away this front part to see here is the top of the arm. So that is a red layer, a red part, and then a little bit purple, and then blue and teal. And if I go to the arm and look for it, I see here red and purple and blue and teal. So here is this middle line of the arm. Here starts the middle line of the arm. So it is not exactly in the middle of the upper arm. It is more or less a little bit to the side. So now I double click the arm base, open the layer style window, go to pattern overlay, choose the pattern, and move around this pattern so this line will be indeed in the middle like this. And I click OK. Okay, now we show the same procedure in GIMP. It goes slightly different. We also start here by taking away the layers we don't need. You notice that you cannot see any of these UV lines in the transparent part. So in order to have that solved, we make a background layer. It's only a temporary thing that we move down and we fill with, let's say, a slightly gray texture. Can it be a little bit lighter? Well, for instance, something like that. Good. Use the bucket tool. Make sure that we fill the whole selection and we fill it up. And now you can see these lines as well. So in the white base, using the lasso tool, I will get a little bit closer, scroll a bit in, and make the length like we did exactly what we did in Photoshop, and fill with the bucket tool, fill with make this white again so we see the difference. Fill this up, make sure that we fill the whole selection, and we do the same here with the lower part. Use the lasso, and this one too has to be checked in a later stage, but we have made the white base longer now. We cannot use any layer styles because there is no layer style feature in GIMP. So what we are going to do is we are simply filling this base with the pattern, and we do that by selecting the pixels. The pixels you can select by right clicking and then find alpha to selection. Here it's on the bottom of that menu, and then we take the bucket tool, but instead of choosing the foreground color we choose a pattern overlay, and the pattern we will look up, it is the one in the middle, the one that is 410 by 410, that was the 80%. We fill the whole selection and we click it, and there it is. You see it is not exactly lined up in the middle. That is a pity, but we can't move this layer about, so we will have to settle with what it is. You also can see that it has filled up our new part completely, so that is perfect. Well, this is how it works in GIMP, and we go over to checking the seams in Second Life, but that will be our next video.